What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel once again. My name is DJ Ninja 254 on YouTube. If this is the first time on this channel, kindly consider to subscribe, like this video, and you can leave your comment down on this video. To my returning subscribers, thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. It's a beautiful day here in Africa, eastern side of Africa, Kenya to be specific, and I'm just here enjoying the view of the scenery, loving the vibes. You can see it's early in the morning around 8. This ballast over here, we refer to them as kokoto. You can see some people hitting the ballast. There's one person over there, there's another one there, and it's very, very beautiful. This is rainy season, guys. It has been raining yesterday. In the night it has rained. You can see some water that has formed over there, telling you that it is rainy. So this is one of the tropics region within the tropics. If I say the tropics, I mean the regions lying between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. And we are lucky because our country is just on the equator. So it's raining and everything is green, guys. You can see maize. Actually, corn is our staple food. So most people most people plant corn. Actually, corn is referred to as mahindi here in East Africa. So in this video, guys, I want to talk about the cultural diversity of Jamaica. The cultural diversity of Jamaica. You know, Jamaica, the people who used to occupy Jamaica, the original inhabitants of Jamaica were known as the Taino. The Taino were the original inhabitants, and they had a look that is quite different from the Indians and Africans. It's like a combination of Indians and Africans from the pictures that I've been looking at them. And in fact, they are the ones who came up with the name Jamaica, but initially the name of the Jamaica used to be known as Jamaica. Is it Jamaica? It was starting with an X. That was way before the colonial masters went over there. And I think it was in 1494, that was when Christopher Columbus, during his second voyage, he passed by there, and to him he said that he was the one who discovered Jamaica. But that is not the case, because initially the Tainos were there and they were in plenty. So after discovering Jamaica, after saying that he discovered Jamaica, he started bringing in the Spanish, and that is why in part of Jamaica, I think there's Spanish town. So the people from Spain came in, and I think they started to colonize the Tainos. And while coming in, they started introducing the transatlantic slave trade. Most of the slaves, guys, were being taken from Africa. I think it is because, you know, the slaves were majorly used to work, and they tend to look for the slaves that are strong, and Africa was the region. To be specific, most of the slaves were coming from around Central and Western Africa. Majority were from Western Africa. So that is how they ended up bringing more and more slaves. After the Spanish left, I think they left in the 17th century, because the Christopher Columbus was in Jamaica around the late 14th century, around 1494. The Spanish came. After the Spanish went away, the British colonial masters took over. The British were there around 17th century. So during that time, there's a city known as Port Royal, guys. Port Royal. I'm loving the sun, guys. How I wish I was somewhere like swimming, even though it's not that hot, too hot, but it's good if you swim with this. You know, there are some regions that miss really the sun. So the 17th century, the British colonial masters took over, and they continued bringing in more slaves. Transatlantic slave trade in Jamaica. So there is a port known as Port Royal, guys. Port Royal was like the center, the creme de la creme of slave trade. It is it used to be known as the wickedest city in I think in the world, because it harbored a lot of slave trade, and there are some who say that it was like the modern Sodom and Gomorrah, because it is said that in every, like if you would, in every 4 households, you are likely to find 2 or 3 prostitutes at that time. And there was a time that it was distracted and sunken. There are some people who say that maybe God was not happy with the vices that were taking place at the Port Royal city, and that happened. And there are different theories, but at one point it was the wickedest city on earth. There are some who call it the sunken city. So the slave trade was so what's the term that can I use? It was it took place 17th century by the British colonial masters. They were bringing in, you know, in Jamaica there is a lot of sugar plantation, and with sugar plantation it needs a lot of labor, cutting the sugar, planting the sugar. And at that time, I think they were not burning the sugar. You know, over here, there are some people who burn the sugar, because if we cut with those things, it's actually hectic. So I think by that time, most of the slaves that were being taken to Jamaica, they were just cutting the sugar like that without burning. And one thing, the Tainos, before the slave trade coming in, most of them died due to strange diseases that were brought in by the Spanish and other colonial masters. But the good thing is that there's some cultural aspects like names and other regions that were have names that originally from the Tainos. Even Jamaica itself is from the Tainos, and the Tainos didn't occupy only the Jamaica. So like the entire some Caribbean region, like the Hispaniola, the Dominican Republic, and the Haiti Republic. So after the slave trade, most of the Africans started interacting with I think with the Tainos and the Europeans. And that is how most of the Jamaicans, in fact 90% of the Jamaicans are or trace their origin to Africa, because most of them are black. But after that, there was the what is it called, emancipation. The slave trade was abolished in around 1830 something, around 1838. And after the abolition of the slave trade, so the colonial masters decided to do indentured labor. So they used to get laborers from China, Middle East, and India. So they brought them on contract basis, and that's how they came to work. And with the interactions, that's why you can be able to find a Chinese man in Jamaica. You can find that some people look like Europeans, but they're in Jamaica. They're all Jamaicans, but the 90% of Jamaicans guys are from trace their origin to black. Let me put it that way. But all of them are Jamaicans. So this is why Jamaica has. This is actually the cultural diversity. Different colors, but one people. They say different colors, but one people, one nation. So guys, thank you for staying tuned. This has been the video for today. I wanted to talk about the Jamaican diversity, and I'm coming live from Kenya. This is our beautiful land. These sites, guys, in the past used to be known as White Highlands, because the temperature, the climate is favorable to agricultural activities. And where I'm recording this, guys, most of the activities around here revolves around rock extraction and ballast extraction. You can see what is that guy is doing is hitting the stones to get ballast. So these are the ballasts, guys. Actually, there's a quarry around here, but since everyone wants to earn something, this is what they do. They extract the big stones from this huge rock, and then they hit the stones to get small stones known as ballasts. Over here we refer to them as kokoto. So cheers, guys. This has been the video for today. See you on my next video. Cheers, guys.